Yes, you read that correctly. A shocking contract extension was given to Michael Porter Jr., which is for 5 years and worth up to over $200 million. You've come to the right place to make sense of all of this. Hey YouTube, my name is Tyler, and welcome back to The Athletic Nerd. Before we really get started, if you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more sports content like this in the near future. And if you enjoy the video, and please comment what you think, and it only takes a second of your time and it's free, and I greatly appreciate it, and it helps the YouTube algorithm. Now let's get started. First, I'd like to discuss the details of the contract. It's important to read the fine print here. Michael Porter Jr. signed what is known as the Rookie Max Contract Extension, which is 30% of the salary cap, but can go up to 35% with essentially incentives which are called scalers, like making an All-NBA team. The difference in these percentages is the difference between $172 million and over $200 million, or between $35 million and $40 million per year. Now, is he worth the money? I think the obvious answer is no. But I think it actually includes an and yes. I'd say no because this is the same contract that Luka, Doncic, and Trae Young got, and he's simply not on the same tier that these players belong on, and he certainly hasn't deserved the contract after only one season as a starter, which he only averaged 19 points and 7 rebounds, without much defense or playmaking to go along with it. So I would like to give a shout out to whoever his agent is because he put in that work in those negotiations. Now the yes comes in since I do think that he did deserve an extension and will also have a breakout season. He's one of the most efficient scorers in the NBA, being a 50-40-80 guy with 66% true shooting last season. And with Jamal Murray being out for a large part of the season with injury, he will hopefully be taking more than 13 shots a game as main perimeter creator for the Denver Nuggets. The next step he needs to take in his game, in my opinion, is not as a playmaking or defender, even though those are the main knocks. It's really with his free throw shooting. He's a very good free throw shooter, as I mentioned, shooting over 80%, but he only takes 2 free throws a game. And while the extra shot attempts might be able to get him to 25 points a game, but free throw attempts are really a part of all elite scorers in the NBA. Besides Stephen Curry, who even takes 4-5 free throws a game, compared to Michael Porter Jr.'s 2. And Michael Porter Jr. is 6'10", while Stephen Curry is a 6'3" guard known for his shooting. If he gets to 6 to 8 free throws a game, which is above average and around the range of most other scorers in the NBA, then that could get him closer to 30 points a game, which is really in elite scorer territory, and that's where I think he'll belong in the near future. And if he becomes an elite scorer, like he's training to be, and improves his defense more, which Mike Malone seems to have been a focus for him so far, which is very attainable with his size and athleticism, then he is he is worth that extension, in my opinion. And even if he's not, then that's like a matter of $1 or $2 million, so that really makes no sense at all. Now, I would like to go over the ramifications of the contract. For the Nuggets personally, their payroll will be well over the cap and into the luxury tax. This further limits what they can do in terms of acquisitions and may want to move a contract like Will Barton's $14 million, especially with Jokic's supermax extension looming. That's a tough sentence. And something very interesting is that they can make a package of between $20 and $35 million, depending on how far they're willing to go with trading contracts like Will Barton, Monte Morris. But realistically, they keep their roster and core intact. And around the league, I think it gets interesting as another player from the 2018 draft class that needs an extension is Deandre Ayton. And now that the deadline has passed, I wonder if the generosity in MPJ's extension will factor into Ayton's negotiations going forward if he builds on his impressive showing in the playoffs with another good season. The one more ramification I would like to go over is in NBA 2K, where for some reason there's always been a glitch with Michael Porter Jr.'s contract, and when you make a franchise mode. So now that he finally has an extension, he'll no longer be in free agency. Less headaches. That's something I love to see. And that's a closed case. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you did. It really does help a ton for the algorithm, especially as a small channel getting my video out. And if you did enjoy the video, also subscribe and let me know down in the comment section what you think about Michael Porter Jr.'s contract extension and how you think he'll play this season. Also, go check out some of my other videos if you're interested, and I hope you have a great day, and peace.